Okay, let's talk a little bit about first aid kits. Um, as you know, everybody should always carry a first aid kit or some type of first aid, self-aid kit with them, anytime they're in the woods. And this is just one particular kit that I carry with me just about all the time. It's small, and this is just one version of a kit that I have. I have different kits depending on where I'm going, how long I'm going to be gone, how many people are with me, stuff like that. But this is just the general kit that I'll carry just about anywhere. It's in a small little U.S. military compass first aid pouch. Works pretty well. Let's go over the contents here and see what we got. I have some lip balm. It's always good to have for chapped lips. This also has sunscreen in it, which is pretty good. Take everything out here, and I have everything in a Ziploc bag, just to kind of keep it dry. So everything's packaged in a little Ziploc baggie here. First things first, you got some hand sanitizer. This is alcohol gel, of course. It's great for hand sanitizing, cleaning wounds, also starting fires. Awesome stuff. It's very, very small. We're lightweight. Really doesn't take up much room. So I put it in there. No, it's not Altoids. This is actually some medications, Tylenol, ibuprofen, Benadryl, stuff like that, and just a little Altoids tin. One thing with medications and stuff, if you're going to carry them, make sure you have expiration dates on them because you don't want stuff going bad. Some splinter tweezers. These things have a real fine point on them. Can't really tell right now because I have it taped up. But real fine point on them. Get splinters out, ticks, stuff like that. Always good in the woods, especially if you're working around wood. You always get a lot of splinters. A pair of non-latex gloves. These are small. There again, they're lightweight, small, compact really well. So I carry these if I am with somebody else and they're bleeding, pretty good. I really don't want to get their blood on me. Bloodborne pathogens, stuff like that. I'm an EMT, been in the medical field a long time, so it's just kind of standard practice for me to carry gloves. Now going into some of the contents here. On the very outside here, got some moleskin. It's good for, of course, blisters. When you're hiking, so this stuff it's excellent. I have a eye pad. It's a sterile. You never know, you might get an eye injury. Put an eye pad over it, patch it, tape it, and you're good to go. This also works good for a sterile bandage if you don't have any bandages with you. You can put this on, a cut or wound or whatever. Steri strips, various size steri strips. I like the steri strips because they do a little bit better than the butterfly bandages that you get from the store, and they're also sterile. A couple of alcohol pads. These again, these will dry out sometimes, so it just depends. So just make sure you keep a check on those. A razor blade, surgical razor blade, sterile. Some iodine packets for cleaning wounds. And this Misotracin is like a Neosporin-based product, and it says pain reliever also, but it's triple antibiotic ointment and pain reliever. And really just various size bandages or band-aids. Biggest thing out in the field is you're going to get cut, so just have some band-aids, some knuckle band-aids, fingertip band-aids, just various size band-aids. That all is in there. And the last thing I have in here is just a miniature sewing kit. There's some buttons in there, different threads, different size needles, some safety pins. It's always good to have a little sewing kit with you, and this is just where I put it because I always have my first aid kit, so I'll have a sewing kit if I need it. And if worse comes to worst and you do need to suture, there is some heavy duty, there's some fishing line in here too, but suturing, I'll kind of touch on that in another video on my other first aid kits. I have different first aid kits for different things, like I said. Almost like a level 1, 2, and 3 like Nothing Fancy did in his videos, but I've never really called them level 1, 2, and 3. It just depends on where I'm going, how many people, and so on. Another thing I don't have in here, a lot of people carry super glue in their kits. I personally don't carry super glue. Super glue is a toxic chemical. I mean, it's toxic to your skin. I've seen super glue work on cuts. People swear by it. Me, like I said, me personally, I don't use it. So that's your personal preference. If you want to, that's fine. Do your research on it first. I'd use it for just small wounds only, not anything big. And also, being in the medical field for so many years, I've gathered all this stuff up. So I put my own kits together. I don't really buy them anymore at the store. Years and years ago, I'd just buy them at the store, and you get what you get. Now I put my own kits together. I find it cheaper that way. I know what's in my kit, and I can make the kit according to how I need it. And once you have all the stuff, then you can make as many kits as you want. That's your initial investment, of course, is your biggest cost. And that's about it. We'll go over some of the other kits in another video that I have. Some bigger kits and more capabilities. This is very small, capability wise. Good for one person, outing, maybe two. It just depends on if you plan on getting cut a lot, I guess. But something is better than nothing to have. So that's my philosophy. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.